Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Corner Office Chats. If you are joining us from inside our Facebook group, Women Who Lead, hello, welcome to the conversation. If you're joining outside and you are a female leader and you want to, join this conversation in an incredible community of other amazing powerhouse women, then head on over to Facebook and search Women Who Lead. Answer our questions and join our community. We'd love to see you inside our group. We talk all things leadership. And today, I want to dive into a really important conversation around time management and productivity. And so today's topic is 2 ways that you can master your time and up your productivity. We've been talking productivity all month, and it's really important to be able to be measuring and assessing ourselves in how much we're getting done and are we getting the right things done. So I've got 2 kind of main ideas for you that I want to share with you today. And the first one is the understanding of, the difference between activity management and time management, right? Y'all have heard the phrase that we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So it's not so much the time that we need to manage, because that's not changing for any of us anytime soon. What we want to start managing is the activities that we're getting done within a certain time. Okay. When you can make this mindset shift, your whole world is going to open up in terms of how much you're getting done and the quality of the output, the quality of what you're producing is going to change dramatically. So when we're talking about activity management, it's really about taking control of your calendar and not just saying, okay, from 9 until noon, I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done. I'm going to take my lunch. And then from 1 until 5, I'll plow away with all my to-do list. That's how I used to do it. And, I always felt busy, but I wasn't making the progress, or I didn't have always the momentum that I wanted in certain areas of my life. When I started switching my focus to managing the activities, things changed dramatically. So when you're looking at your calendar and you're setting yourself up, you're looking at the day, the week, the month, when you are looking at what's on the agenda for the day, right? You should be taking your to-do list, because I know there's a lot of list lovers out there. I'm not going to tell you can't have your to-do list, but you're going to take the tasks that are there and actually plot them into your day and your week. So you will look at, your 9 to 10 a.m. slot. You'll know exactly what you're working on in that time. So you may have heard us talking about this before, and this is because it's a really important point that I really want you guys to get and to start to incorporate. Sometimes this does take a little bit of trial and error, because you may not realize how much time certain activities takes you. So my challenge for you this week is to start paying attention to those activities that you do on a recurring basis, and just kind of put a timer on your phone, or just make a mental note of the time that you start and then the time that you end when you kind of have completed a particular task, and just know how long it takes, so that when you are looking at the next week and the next week, you're able to plot those activities into your calendar with some decent level of accuracy to keep yourself on track. This is huge. So shifting your focus from time management to more activity or task management is a major shift that we want you to make. The second way that you can master your time and up your productivity is to prioritize needle moving activities. So these are, if it's in your business, these are those revenue generating activities. Okay. This could be prospecting, getting on actual calls with potential clients. This could be, this could be networking, right? Depending on what business you're in, or what stage of business you're in. If we're talking about our relationships, our health, what are those big either changes or activities that we should be, or maybe need to be incorporating in, that are going to move us significantly forward, right? We want to get away from busy work and get into that more meaningful work. The work that is going to propel us forward, as opposed to just sort of baby step our way through a particular project or a certain area of our life. So starting with, an assessment, what are those big, what we call needle moving activities in your business? right? That's what you should be spending 80% of your day on. The other 20% of your workday should be spent on those things that have to get done. Maybe they're more administrative. Maybe they are, responding to emails or responding to your audience or whatever it might be for you and your business. But 80% of your day should have those needle moving activities scheduled into your calendar to make sure that you're working on those things that really matter. We talk a lot about assessment. So this should be a question on your end of day assessment. Did I work on things that really mattered today? Right? And if not, if you're like, not so much, okay, how can you rearrange or how can you, work through your calendar tomorrow to make sure that you are working on more meaningful tasks and activities and not just that busy work, right? When we start prioritizing needle moving activities, we really quickly realize what can we delegate, right? What still needs to happen, but we actually don't have to be the ones doing it because they're not a needle moving activity. It's something that needs to get done, but it's not something that's going to really allow us to scale or allow us to, whatever your goal is that you're working on, get that momentum, that really kind of like downhill kind of momentum that we're after. That's not what that activity is. So do we have a VA that can do it? Do we have a team member that can do it? Or does it really need to be done, right? Sometimes we do things simply because we've always done them. And we find ourselves it's hard to just either stop doing them or change the system because we like things that are familiar. But when we start to really analyze what are the handful of activities that have allowed us to scale so far, or what are the activities that we need to break through to that next level, when we start shifting our attention there, we'll see that momentum and that forward progress that we're really after. So just to recap, 2 ways to master your time and up your productivity. The first one is switching that mentality from time management to activity management. This also includes how you show up during those activities. And then the second one, which I just mentioned, was prioritizing those needle moving activities based off that 80-20 principle. 80% of your time should be spent on doing those needle moving activities. The other 20% are the other administrative or the other activities that still need to be done to keep your business going, or if you're applying this to a different area of your life, but you're really focusing on things that are going to make the biggest progress every single day. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation today of Corner Office Chats. Again, if you're not in our group and you want to join our community, hop on over to Facebook, Google, or search Women Who Lead and join. We would love to have you in there. And if you're in there and you want to have a chat with myself or Mehreen, book a call with us. Let me see if I have this here to share with you. I do. Book a call, bit.ly/GSC Meet, and hop on a 10 to 15 minute connect call with us. We'd love to learn a little bit more about you, about what you're hoping to get from this group, what you'd love to see on another episode of Corner Office Chats, because we want to make sure that we're serving you at the highest possible level. So thank you again for joining us on this episode of Corner Office Chats. We're here every Thursday at 1:30 Eastern, talking about another topic, or talking about the things that you guys want to hear about. So thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will catch you next week.